Hello everyone, welcome back for another video of mine. We recently put out a blog post on fluorite, which happens to be my favorite gemstone, newly favorite. And so I just want to kind of do this short video to give you a little insight, a little more about fluorite and whether or not you might want to add it to your collection. For those of you who don't know me that well or have just started following me, I am obviously super into the metaphysical and how it can help you mentally and spiritually, but I'm actually the daughter of an environmental engineer who majored in geology. So I've been studying rocks pretty much my whole life. I've been surrounded by it. I've been to like every national park, state forest, everything. So I like to give you a little insight into the geological aspects of them, not just the metaphysical. So if that interests you, this is a great place to come. Of course, I'll also be focusing on the metaphysical because I'm very, very energetically connected to that as well. But I like to give you an all-encompassing view of them and just as much information as possible. So today we're focusing on fluorite. Fluorite comes in so many different colors. It's crazy. Right now what I have is purple and green fluorite. So that's what I'm gonna be showing you today. I'm hoping to get a few more in my collection pretty soon, but this is the most common type. Again, there's so many other colors. A lot of them are much more rare. They can get really expensive. So I think right now a good place to start is just focusing on these two colors, both separate and banded. So when we say banded, we mean, I'm going to take one of my towers here. When I say banded, I mean there is a layer of purple, a layer of clear, and a layer of green. So you can see that here. So that's one type. I also have singularly purple and singularly green. So a lot of different types here, a lot of different shapes and sizes. Just a little background on fluorite because it is such a cool stone. The first thing, the color. Now this is something that I feel like a lot of people don't know. That's a really cool fact. Fluorite is not, it doesn't get its color from different minerals that are in it like a lot of other types of crystals. Like for instance, some crystals get their color because there's copper in it, because there's iron in it, etc., etc. In this case, it's not because of their mineral structure per se, it's because they are under an enormous amount of natural heat and radiation, and as they're under that heat, their actual crystalline structure changes. And so where you see purple, where you see clear, where you see green, that is not chemically different. It's a trick of the light. It's their crystalline structure is changing as it's going down. So I think that's super cool, super interesting. And you can see that on, I mean, obviously we don't have a super nice microscope to look at these, but that's what you would find if you took a look at that. So I think that's super cool. So it's still calcium fluorite. It's just their structure has shifted, and that's why we have those different colors. So I think that's super cool. So we've got different types here. Another thing to know about fluorite is it's singular refractive, which means that it doesn't alter light when light passes through it. So a lot of people use these in lenses, and actually a lot of gigantic like microscopes or lenses or like huge lenses, like 5-foot lenses, will be all fluorite, and they're just completely clear. I don't know how they're getting that clear for that many feet, but those lenses are the best quality because fluorite is singular refractive. So another cool fact about them, in case anyone's a scientist here and wants to create a lens, fluorite's a good bet for you. So we've got a lot of types here. I'm gonna show you just a few. So this one, obviously a tower. Towers are great to put in your house. It's really good placement wise to have this somewhere that you're going to be doing a lot of work, because fluorite is the focus zone. So fluorite makes you zero in, focus, stop procrastinating. If you're a major procrastinator, definitely get a fluorite, put it next to you. It's also really good for kind of seizing the moment. So if you, again, are a procrastinator, if you need to get a ton of stuff done and you're just not doing it, grab a fluorite, put it right next to you. And don't forget that points on crystals, that is where the intention of the energy is. So if you have this tower on your desk, that is the intention of the energy is going up and coming down, okay? So this is just one point. It's just a single, we call it single termination. This is a termination point. So if you want a little more power, we call this a double terminated fluorite. So you'll see that the point is in two directions. So now you've got energy equally flowing back and forth. So this is really good in meditation. I like to lay with one in each hand like this, and then just feel the energy going up and down like through my body and out. So it's a really cool experience. I would definitely get a double terminated. You can get a double terminated in all sorts of crystals. A double terminated quartz is especially insane. And actually, I mean, this is not related to fluorite, but since I have it on my little table here, a huge example of double terminated, this is a smoky quartz, but it's just way extra power, the energy flowing through it. So I would highly recommend getting one of those. Okay, I got 3 more shapes here. This one is kind of blobby, but I wanted to show you this because as you can see, it's super dark. And this is just a super, super high quality fluorite. I have seen fluorite where the entire thing is like pitch black almost, you can't even see through it. So I like this one because it's clear on the bottom so you can see the light can pass through it. But fluorite can be super light, it can be super dark, it can come in all forms. So I thought this was a really cool piece. This one's from China. And of course, when I saw it at the gem show, I had to have it. So got that in my collection here. Okay, let's see. We got a palm stone up next. So again, this is really good. Palm stones are really nice when it's like a thinking stone. You know, they have those worry, but like stress balls. This one, when you have a palm stone like this, it's so nice to just kind of like rub it between your hands as you're thinking, and especially like if you're a student and you're studying, or if you're doing anything creative, if you're a writer, if you're a director, like pretty much anything, just kind of rubbing it between your hands and like thinking, you know, what is my next move? Okay, if you have writer's block, you're trying to get some good ideas, just kind of moving your fingers along the different sides is really good to kind of give you that energetic jolt that you need. People like to say that this is the energetic Adderall. So palm stone's really good to have, and then you can take it with you. One thing that you should note though is that fluorite is very soft. So only really take it around with you if it's tumbled and polished, like this one and like the towers. But the next one I'm going to show you is really soft, and that is an octahedron. I would not suggest taking this around with you because it can easily scratch and become like the points will get nicked off. So I would just be really careful. Don't try, don't like throw it in your bag, or if you want to carry it in your pocket, that might be better, but try not to throw it anywhere where there's going to be other objects bumping against it, basically. So these are octahedron, and I mean, it's pretty obvious why, because of the shape. Fluorite's crazy because this is its natural shape. So when they create this, when they cut it out, they actually prefer to cut it in octahedron because that kind of preserves and keeps the shape of it. What they do is they'll cleave it. So basically they're just cutting it like this, and they'll just like kind of hit it, and then it'll naturally have this side that's a super clean cut. So the fluorite wants to kind of be in this shape. It's really easy to get it into this shape. And again, like I said, think energy fields. So single termination, double termination. I mean, look at how many terminations you have now. So the more points you have, the more energy is flowing in and out. So if you need like big time energy jolts, octahedron are really, really, really nice. And again, just even holding them in your hands and just like thinking, like I'll even just have them next to me on my table and just kind of like let the energy come to me. So really good for that. In meditation, guys, again, make sure when you get your crystals, you are cleansing them, charging them, programming them. And I have a video already on my YouTube that explains how to do that, so please check that out. I also have a blog post about it. I will link both of those in the description below. But make sure that you're programming them, because then when you actually use them, it's much more effective. You're almost, I like to say, when you're cleansing and clearing the energy, they almost have a little like crystal amnesia where they're like, okay, I know I'm meant for something, but I don't know what. So when you program them, you're putting that intention into them, saying, you are here to help me focus. You are helping me to be creative. You help me to get rid of my writer's block, to get rid of my mental fog. So you're telling it like, this is what you're gonna do when you help me. And the more you can do that right after you cleanse and charge them, the better. So I have charged all these up already, so they're ready to go. And now all I do when I'm feeling like I need some inspiration is I just grab one, I hold it in my left hand, and I just let the energy come to me. So these are super, super high energy crystals. All the ones we have at the Your Soul Warrior shop are very, very nice, well cut, obviously, because I handpick all of them myself. Really nice points, edges, just really clean and clear. As you can see from this one, you can almost like see right through it. It's just really, really nice. So definitely any of these shapes is gonna work for you. It just kind of depends on what you wanna use it for. If you just wanna have it in your house, obviously a tower. If you wanna do a lot of meditation, I would say one of these guys. And if you just want to like have something to hold and to use as you need it, or you want to carry it with you, maybe you have a meeting to go to and you want to make sure that you're on point, definitely a palm stone. That's a little less soft. Another thing to note, please, 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 whatever you do not put these in water. Do not put these in water. They're very soft. They will pretty much disintegrate and lose their shape and lose their energy. So please do not put these in water. Don't put them in crystal water. Don't be drinking these. These are just for mental stimulation. They're not to be ingested under any circumstances. So that's pretty much all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational. If you have any questions at all, of course, as always, feel free to email me, DM me, message me on Facebook, comment on this video, whatever I can do to help you guys be successful in life and with everything that you're doing. That's why I'm here. That's my soul mission. That's my purpose. So please get in contact with me. I read every email, every DM, every comment, everything. I would love to hear your questions, comments, concerns, anything you need. And as always, if you need any crystals and you want me to personal shop for you, I go to a show pretty much every month. So please let me know what you want and I will get it for you, and a very nice piece. So yep, that's it. My name's Mina, your soul warrior, and I'll catch you guys next time.